Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel, Memorial Day edition. This is a family tradition we do every year where we go and decorate the graves of our family members who have passed away. A lot of people lose sight of what Memorial Day is actually about, but it's those we've lost and those who have served the country. So we are here right now, we're decorating my grandmother and grandpa's grave. Unfortunately, my kids never got to meet my grandparents. In fact, I never even got to meet my grandfather. But Charlie is named after my grandfather. Well, the middle name anyway. I think this is a very important thing that is really people have lost sight over the years. So that's why I decided to make this video and show you guys what we're doing.
You want this one, you put it right there.
I have to say, I'm really impressed how my boys have been respectful and they've taken right to decorating these. This is actually my great-grandmother. We share the same birthday. And now it's one of those moments I realize how big my kids are getting too. Days like Memorial Day really help you reflect on life and everything going on. Had me go get the water bottle because the ground's pretty hard to put the flowers in right now. And one thing my kids said while we were out here was, there's a lot of flowers over there. And then my mom and aunt pointed out, there's not really a lot of flowers over here. To give you an idea, we were in one of the older cemeteries here in Tucson called South Lawn, where, let's put it this way, my great-grandmother was born in 1892. And she passed away in 1981. So unfortunate reality is, in this part of the cemetery that's older, there's not a lot of people left to decorate it, which is why it's important for these holidays to live on. It's a big deal in my family for us to go and decorate and celebrate, the people that we've lost. So it's a tradition I plan on keeping up. For instance, like my grandfather and my great-grandmother, who we just decorated, I actually never got a chance to meet, but it's important to keep those memories alive. Hence, we're here decorating. On to the next cemetery. Here we are at my uncle's. This is gonna be the tough one because my kids actually knew my aunt and she passed away. And I think it's important that we bring the kids to stuff like this because they need to learn about what death is. And also it helps you understand why life is so important. And I think it's extremely important to teach the kids about what Memorial Day is and why it's so important to honor those we've lost. Because after someone's gone, the only thing left is the memory. And if everyone's gone that had those memories, that's when you're truly gone. And that's just kind of my own little philosophy. To sum up, Memorial Day is a huge day in my family. It's something that means a lot to all of us because unfortunately we've gone through a lot of loss in our life, and most people have. So for those of you who've gone through loss, you have my sympathies. And I think it's important to teach kids at a young age how to deal with that because it's an inevitability of life. And I have to say, my kids this morning, they completely understood what was going on and they jumped right into following our family traditions, which I think is really cool. With all that being done, thank you for indulging me. Now we're going to look at getting a new car for my mother. We're in the Explorer right now, which we haven't driven in quite a while because we're looking at trading it in today. We're hopefully getting a Ford Flex. I'll catch you guys up real quick on what's going on. I went and got us pre-approved a few weeks ago. We've been looking specifically for a Ford Flex. First one we tried was not great. As a matter of fact, the side paneling fell off while I was driving, just to name a few of the issues that we had. Then I found this one at Holmes Title Ford. The person I was working with originally actually has been promoted apparently. So I'm working with someone new. That started off a little rocky. It's going better now. And now that we're set on doing it, I called my bank, and my bank is kind of making this way more work than it should be. We're already pre-approved. We're well below the amount we were approved for. And now they want to reapprove us, which I don't understand. So I'm off to deal with that right now. But first, let's take the car for a bath. Because even though we're trading it in, I want it to be shiny. So appearances do matter somewhat. So let's head to the car wash. Well, this has been a debacle so far. I talked to my guy that we're buying the car from over at the dealership, and he says the car won't be ready till Thursday because they're waiting for a part. And it's this right here is the part they're waiting for. Apparently it was supposed to be here today. It's not. So I can't take delivery until it's repaired. Went to my bank, found out the pre-approval that we spent so much time going through actually was not pre-approval. It was never submitted. They just assumed we were going to be approved, which, it took about 10 minutes once I was there and everything's good to go, all the paperwork signed, check in hand, all that. But it was really frustrating that we went through all these motions to make this part so easy and simple, and it's been anything but. So I cleared so much time today to get this all done, so we were done, and now I got to clear time on another day to hopefully get it done. The things we do sometimes. And the reason that we're doing this is the Explorer here is unfortunately just a little too much for my mother to drive anymore. Not from its size or anything else. She's actually an excellent driver. It's hard for her to get in and out of with her medical issues currently. So we're getting something that's actually the same size, just a lot lower to the ground. And before anyone says anything, no, we're not getting a minivan. Because as my wife likes to put it, we are not minivan people. Although Charlie would love to have a minivan. So it continues. I was hoping to show you guys our new car today, but that unfortunately isn't happening just yet. And now it's happening today. We're finally on our way to pick up the car. The deal should be done. I have the check in hand. The part that they've been waiting for to get fixed for this thingy here is now fixed. Only irritating thing now is where it was before was at a dealership that was about 20 minutes from our house. Now it's on the complete opposite side of Tucson, and the reason being so we can put gas in it for you. I was under the impression there was gas stations on this side of town as well. So now we have like a 2-hour round trip. Yay. And you have to work later.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm excited for this car. I know you haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to see your reaction. But we are buying it for my mother to drive. What do you think about this car? Like, because you know what the car is, obviously.
Yeah.
You've seen it. Well, not this particular one, but you've seen the model. Do you think it's going to be a better fit?
For right now, yes.
For right now? Well, I like it because it's going to be the same size as this, just lower. Gas mileage is less, unfortunately, but only time that's really going to affect us is if we take it on road trips, which is a total possibility. Because I had my mother drive the Model Y now a couple times, and she can. She just still asks me a lot of questions, like, I still don't understand how it starts. It doesn't. It just starts. It's on. I still have to program her phone to have a key for it, but she's driven it now. But, well, guys, you're joining us now on our long trek to the east side of Tucson. And, hey, we've got my new wide-angle lens on here. We can see everything. Now, if there's people in back, we can see them. But they're not here. And hopefully that's probably a good thing, because every time I record them, I have to go through and edit out all the times our children pick their noses. I even tell them, stop picking your nose. Okay. All right, on to Tucson's east side. But we did it. How do you feel so far in the car? All 6 feet we've driven it.
Okay. I mean,
The ride's nice.
It's more or less the same car we had, just lower.
That's right, baby. We got that lowrider culture going. We are going to Disneyland in cars. We're going to stop by Ramon's. We're going to get a paint job on it. Now, I'm excited for this next chapter. Price-wise, it's going to be about the same. We did have to pay a little bit out of pocket for the difference in our trade-in value, but we knew that going into it. I'm excited because I've actually wanted one of these for a while. I think it fits all of our needs that we would like. It's just a matter of making sure that it works for my mom, who's going to be driving it on the regular basis. Granted, maybe a couple miles a day, but...
I mean, it'll definitely be easier for her to get in and out of.
And that's the goal of it.
And
hey, look, I found a lion's hat. Sorry, changing the subject. You don't really see that stuff before. Now, well, we're going to do a U-turn.
Okay.
But hey, that's it. We got a new car.
Kids are not allowed to have milk in here.
Kids aren't allowed
No
to be in
food.
here. So that's going to be really hard when she picks up Henry from school. All right. Let's go get breakfast.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about the car after I've driven it a little bit more. And boy, did we ever get breakfast. We decided to try out the Oink Cafe. And I have to say, we're going to get right to it. The best customer service, the best food. I was thoroughly impressed. Just take a look at this full, scaling menu. Anything on here is fantastic. They also have a full drinks menu if that's something you like to do. I was really interested in that Oink Bloody Mary, but not today. And I was looking at their hot sauce. It's all in-house. The green one is fantastic. I did not try the habanero. But we started off with their flight of bacon. As you can see, I'm excited. Has a little bit of everything on there that they, make. So everything from Applewood all the way to the chef's choice. And we went through all of them. And the one we got started off with, obviously, is the Applewood bacon. We started from left to right and worked our way through. And let's all be completely fair here. It's bacon. It's never going to be bad. Here, the Applewood one, it was just regular bacon, but still fantastic bacon. The next one was the jalapeno. I have to say with the jalapeno, I wasn't thoroughly impressed because there's no jalapeno flavor, which I truly enjoy, but it did have a really nice after kick of heat. I enjoyed it quite a bit, Dana did not. This one is the sugar-based one. This was Dana's favorite. It was definitely sweet and savory. I enjoyed it, but I have to say this was an ongoing theme. The sweet part of it kind of rolled over to the next one. So the next one here, this is the apple cider, and because it was next to the sugar, it picked up a little bit of that, but also had the sweet acidity from the apple cider. I have to say I really like this one too. This is probably my second favorite one. But moving on to the next one here, Bacon can never be bad. But this one, as being peppered bacon, it simply tasted like beef jerky to me. Well, bacon beef jerky, so again, not bad, but definitely beef jerky. And this one is the honey one, so we're back to that sweet and savory. It's very similar to the sugar, but instead of having that obvious sugar granulation, it was just sweet. And this one here, I can't remember exactly which one this one was. I know I mouthed it, but it was good. And this last one is the Chef's Choice. The Chef's Choice is probably my favorite overall. I had a combination of the sweet and savory, and it definitely tasted a little bit like the Applewood, but hey, it was great. What you're looking at there is Dana's breakfast chimney. She was shocked, and so was I. That thing was a monster. I got their breakfast burger, which is a pork patty with a fried egg and hash browns on a brioche bun. I have to say, it was really, really good. All fast service places can take a hint from what they do here at Oink, but I do think it was missing something. I would like to have seen some sort of sauce on there, but I would eat 5 of these in one sitting if given the opportunity. Dana's Chimney, though, this has really stole the show. This was the showstopper. But back to mine. I thought this was candied bacon. I was wrong. It's red peppers. Still delicious, but I was not expecting that flavor when I took a bite. I was like, oh, it's not bacon. Well, just kind of breakfast. I have to say, my food was good. I make one suggestion, maybe adding some sort of hollandaise sauce or some sort of sweet jam or something to offset the saltiness of the pork, but it was really good. You might have had my new favorite breakfast in Tucson.
It was so good.
It had pork in there. It had chorizo, cheese, potatoes, red peppers.
Cheese sauce.
The cheese, it was, if you're in Tucson, you're like, where should I get breakfast? Oink Cafe, get their breakfast chimney. That was spectacularly good. Well, that's it. Let's get in the car. The new car we just purchased, and Dana thinks she might want a different car now. And maybe it's just, I don't know, what's the word? Not karma, but destiny. The car she's thinking about just parked next to us. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. I mean, we started off on Memorial Day, went to go look at a car, which didn't happen because of circumstances. But now we got the car, just had a great breakfast. And this is going to be our last video before we head to California. So the next video should be our trip to California with Dana's family, to Disneyland, and by way of San Diego again. Thanks for taking another ride with us. I know it's Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel, but now it's Tommy's Tesla, Ford Flex, and Tech Travel. Maybe a Mach-E eventually. We'll see.
Oh, God.
I have her ruined. Now she wants electric cars without me being involved. All right, guys. Thanks for taking the ride with us. Let's take another ride again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, we're back. She just made a noise I haven't heard maybe ever out of her. She got super excited. Went, oh, my God. And let me show you why. It has a CD player. I don't know if I still own CDs.
I have a book of CDs.
Of course you do. All right, guys. Bye-bye.